Assalamu alaikum. I'm Amna Haider, lecturer, Institute of Business Studies. I'm here with the screencast of Introduction to Business course. The course code is BS 111. This is lecture number 17, and the topic that we are going to discuss today is essential documents of a joint stock company. Let's move towards the topics. In today's lecture, we will discuss three important documents of a joint stock company. These are Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association, and Prospectus. So the first document that we are going to discuss is Memorandum of Association. Like we all know that a joint stock company is a company whose capital is divided into shares and the liability of its shareholder is limited. A joint stock company is an artificial person. It is invented by law and we will dissolve it according to the laws that are given in the Company Ordinance 1984. So in the previous lecture, we discussed about the stages that are necessary for the formation of a joint stock company. In the formation stage, we discussed that the promoters, or we can call them the initiators, prepares the important and legal documents of the company. Among these documents are Memorandum of Association, Article of Association. These two documents are very much important. So let's discuss what these documents are all about. It is known as the Charter of the Company. Memorandum of Association sets out the limit outside which the action of the company cannot go. So, Memorandum of Association is the main document of a joint stock company. It defines the objectives of the company, it defines the power that one can use in using the capital of the company, and this Memorandum of Association depicts the relationship with the outside world. The company works within the framework of Memorandum of Association. When we say that it is the charter of the company, so it has all the fundamental conditions upon which the company can be incorporated. The purpose of Memorandum of Association is that it enables the shareholders and it enables the creditors and all those who deal with it to know what is the permitted range of the company. So we can say that the Memorandum of Association sets out the constitution of the company. It provides the foundation on which the structure of the company is built. It enables the person who deal with the company to know the permitted range of activities. So we would move towards the contents of Memorandum of Association. The main content of Memorandum of Association are: name clause. A company must select a name, but it should not resemble with the name of any other company. So there are certain restriction when we name the company. The company may select any name, but it should not resemble the name of any other company. The name of the company should end with the word limited, or if it is a private company, it should end with the name private limited, so as to depict that it is a joint stock company. So the name that is already registered should not be used. If a company wants to change the name of the company, they are required to pass special resolution. And in special resolution, they have to take majority of the votes. And then they have to take approval from the concerned department. So it requires a lot of haphazard in case if a company wants to change its name. So when the name is prescribed, it should be a genuine one that is acceptable by all. The next clause is the situation clause. We can also call the situation clause as domicile clause. The company is required to state the exact address and name of the province and the city where it is located. So now you would have a better idea why it is called a domicile clause. So this clause is also a dominant clause. A company must have a registered office so that all the official correspondence and all the official communication may be sent by the concerned office or other organization in a specified location. So therefore it is necessary to maintain the registered office location. Once, like the name, we said that if you want to change the name of the company afterwards, then you have to pass special resolution for that. In case the company wants to change the location, it is very difficult to change the location once it is set. The next clause is the object clause. It clearly defines the spheres of a company's activity. Object clause is also a very important part of Memorandum of Association. We can say that this clause defines the purpose of company's existence. So it clearly states the objective of the company for which it has been established. So this clause informs the member about the objectives. It can carry out only those objectives which which can meet the objectives in the Memorandum of Association. We are moving towards our next clause, which is the capital clause. It shows the total amount of capital with which the company is registered. So the capital clause includes the amount of authorized capital which can be utilized by the company. It includes the amount of share capital and the considerations of issuing and subscribing the share capital. It must include the nature of shares and the face value of the share with the prices of shares. The next clause is the liability clause. It shows the nature of liability of the members. Memorandum of Association must clearly state the liability of the shareholder up to the extent of face value of shares. Like we said that in Memorandum of Association, the liability clause defines the liability of its members up to the amount they have actually invested in the company. The next clause is association and subscription clause. A declaration by subscribers that they are desirous of forming company and agree to buy certain number of shares. It states that the members themselves agree to organize and carry out the business. In case of private company, at least two person must be ready to subscribe the shares, and in case of public company, at least 7 signatures are needed. So the next document that we are going to discuss is the Article of Association. The Article of Association is the second important document in the incorporation of a company. So the primary document in the formation of a joint stock company is Memorandum of Association, and the second in importance to Memorandum of Association is the Article of Association document. It is the document which contains the rules and it contains the regulation for the internal management of the company. So it is another important document of the company. This document actually defines the rights. It actually defines the powers. It actually defines the duty of the management. the mode and the manner of carrying the business operation. It shows the relation between the company and its members and the relation among the members. So, like we said, it is subordinate to Memorandum of Association. It must not contain something that is not in connection with Memorandum of Association. Contents of Article of Association. It contains information related to director, like the number of directors that the company hold, the provision of alternative director. It also contains the minimum number of shares to be allotted to each of the directors. It contains the power and duties of board of directors. It must contains the authority that could be given to directors. It must contains the delegation of authority to the directors, and it also contains the provision relating to salaries and allowance and facilities of directors. So all the information related with the directors' powers, their responsibility, their authority must be present in the Article of Association. Article of Association must contain information related with holding a meeting of a joint stock company. It must contain the procedure that would be used for conducting general meeting and notice for such meeting. Here we would also discuss the quorum for a meeting of board of directors, the notice and proceeding of a meeting, provisions related to decision of general meeting and board of directors. All of these information are also present in the Article of Association. The next is share related information. The Article of Association must contain the information related to the rights, the powers attached to a share. It must contain the provision relating to the transferability of the share, how the procedure would be followed for transferring of shares, matter of reissuance of share is also included in Article of Association. Other particulars might include the appointments of company secretary. It also contains how the books of accounts will be maintained and how the auditor would audit those documents. And it also contains provision on power to raise the loans. So all these information are present in Article of Association. The next document is Prospectus. Any document prescribed or issued as prospectus and include any notice, circular, advertisement, or other communication inviting offers from the public for the subscription or the purchase of any shares. So, prospectus is in simple word an invitation to the general public to purchase shares of the company. Any circular or any advertisement or any other document by which a company gives invitation to the public to subscribe to its shares is known as prospectus. The prospectus might contains information related to the management, and it contains information related to the objectives of the company. It contains the number of shares to be subscribed by the directors and the cash to be received from them. It contains the capital structure of the company divided into authorized shares, issued shares, and subscribed and paid up share capital. Terms and mode of payment is also mentioned in prospectus. Details about brokerage and underwriting commission and preliminary expenses is also mentioned in prospectus. It is mostly like the prospectus that you obtained when you were taking admission in the university. So all the details related to your related to the departments, the courses they offer, and the faculty, and your fee structure, and how discipline is maintained, and everything related to the institution was there when you obtained the prospectus of the university. So in the same way, this prospectus contains all the information related to a joint stock company. It contains like the things we discussed earlier, the thing about which are mentioned in the prospectus. It also contains the information related with the expenditure of the company. It also contains information about the estimated income and all other necessary particulars. This is the reference book that I use for today's lecture. That's it for today. Thank you.